They say I'm crazy, the way you got me open, baby. They say I'm bugging, the way I'm time sweating your loving.
Let's get this down to 0. Hey, give me some orange. They all sit and wonder why these feelings I cannot hide. I ain't a question of pride. Camera junkie, what you doing up, man? It's love. Right there. Right there. Right there. You say I'm tripping the way you got my whole life. She said they say I'm losing it because I can't keep my grip. Sing, Jill.
They say I'm losing it.
I'm really only going to be on here for like 10, 15 minutes tops. All right, that's not orange. Come on. All right, got orange. Something like that. It ain't a question of brains. All right, let's get rid of this song. I gotta put my keyboard on the desk. Kombucha, what's going on? Tell hubby I said what's up. Tell him his brother from Philly said what's up. Hosh Henry, what's up? I see you. All right, chill, kill it. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, song's over. People, let's get right down to it. You see what's on the desk right now. So this came in and I'm excited about it. It's going to hold me over until the small rig cage comes in. I am a cage guy. I need cages on the cameras. I just like to have them. On this guy back here, this A7, there is a cage on it. And so there has to be cage on all this stuff. I like to have cage on it. So this guy has a cage on it, A7C. This guy, unfortunately, does not have a cage on it. And what I have is not a cage, but it is simply a L bracket, which is kind of like a pseudo cage. So let's unbox this joker and be done with it. So that means an hour. No, kombucha is not. 15 minutes. Why you lying? Listen, I'm not lying. Seriously. Unfortunately, I got to play at a funeral tomorrow. I got to fill in for somebody. So yeah, they're pulling me out to be a musician. So let's check it out. This is what we have right here. So I can't be up late. I'm really on and off. I just didn't want to do this tomorrow. So there you have it. It's the Ulanzi or Ulanzi, whatever the heck you want to call it. It is DJ Strict. Yes, sir. It is 15 minutes. Seriously. But it is the Ulanzi small rig joint. And, well, that's not the small rig joint. We're waiting on the small rig. This is cute. I'm already having some issues right here. Do y'all see my issues right here? Mr. Camera Junkie, do you feel me already? It has nothing on the sides. I kind of knew that. I can put my strap down here. Yeah. But let's just go ahead and hook it up. So the first problem is I actually have to... do y'all see my first problem? My first problem is I actually have to take this Ulanzi quick shoe off the bottom, which I used to put it and attach it right on here. Shout outs to Diana for talking about these. I ordered the new ones. They're coming in with the plate. I like the smaller profile plate that I can put on and off. It's a quick plate and it works with my Peak design. So that's coming in later on this week or probably tomorrow. Let's take this guy off right here. Take this off. This is gone, okay? Let's pull this camera in. I'm just going to really just put this on the bottom, and that's about it. So for those of you who are thinking about it, I kind of do like having this solid shoe on the bottom. Let's look at what it has. It comes in this simple box right here. Nothing's in the box. You just literally open it, and it's the R95. It was very cheap. I think it's like 19 bucks or something. But I thought it did have some sidebars to it. But it does have the holes in the bottom. So, of course, you have your little screwdriver that you can take on here. And you can pop the little screwdriver joint on here. It takes 15 minutes to cycle through this camera once. Shut up, man. So, here it is. I'm just going to screw this on the bottom. And I'll get right to the comment section and interact with you guys. And there we have it. There's a cute shoe on the bottom. I think it looks cool. Oh, that's what it does have. It does have, if you notice, it does have a hole on the side. So I can mount something to that. That's what I need. I need to be able to mount. What I like about that is when I put my cord in here, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I have, where's the one? Okay, here's one laying around. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you. I have one laying around. Sorry, no music tonight for now. But this, you know, let's say you have an HDMI cord. I like to have some pretty looking cords. I like to see the cords around. Black is cool, but I like to have different colors. So if I got a cord sticking out of there, I don't like to agitate these connections. So when you have these connections and you just got these things sitting here, I don't like it because you need like a hook of some sort to mount what you have. Now, what I did with my jib, I'm gonna show you something on this jib. What I did on this jib over here. What I did was I put it where on the side of it. Let me move this over here. Come on, you. Okay. On the side of the jib here, I put like this, I don't have a zoom over here. Sorry, people, I don't have a super zoom. But on the side of here, I actually have the micro HDMI that goes to an HDMI. So it doesn't, and it's mounted on the side of the camera. Oh, good. I have a quick release, so I'll show it to you close up. Let's take this Mr. Jib off of here. And come over here. All right. So I got my cord in here, but if you notice on the side of here, I'll normally put it in here. And so let me see. Okay, it helps right here. Okay. Pull this shot in. Okay. So right here, I put this guy in here and I have this over here. So therefore, when you unplug it and plug it in, you don't bother this insert here. A lot of people, what we do is we put the cord in there, and if you jerk that or mess with it, it's gonna mess that thing up internally or bend your cord. So I got this small rig piece and I mount it on the cage on the side. So what I like about this small cage for now, which is not the solution, but while I'm waiting on the small rig to be released and for them to get it out in the mail, what I'm going to do is I'll end up probably putting one of my mounts here to take the weight off of this. And it's just like a little screw that you put in there, and it stops your cord from being bent and jerk around. So that's what we're able to do on the bottom here. It also has a hot shoe, like a reverse hot shoe on the bottom to mount something down the bottom if you need to. And now I'm going to take this UU rig. Why am I saying UU rig? It's not a UU rig. I'm just going to take and put this guy back on here. Again, I told you guys, I'm only going to be on here for a short second. So I'm going to put my quick release shoe back on here. I'll switch the camera so you can see what I'm doing. And let's get it down on the desk, Mr. Floater. Okay. And so get this cord out the way. That was a demonstration. Now I can mount this guy back on here. Okay. Oh, did I put the lock on? Sorry. Mr. Lock was on. Oh, here we go. There it is. So Now when you have this set up here, you have a hot shoe type of thingamajig under the bottom that you can place something on. You can hang your V-mount battery, dummy battery, something on here for some extension, whatever. There's a good guard on here. It leaves room out for your your screen right here. It looks cute on the bottom. I like it with the black and white. That's about it. It's nothing more, nothing less to it. It's a little bodyguard on this side. It does add an extra grip here. So let me say that. Look at this here. It adds you an extra grip right over the top, okay? So without this here, it's a little bit smaller, so it kind of does that A6600 thing where you get the grip over the top. So I'm sure there are some great 6400 versus ZV-E10 videos out there. I will need to watch those out of curiosity. So here's the thing, Dan, my bro, I think I'm gonna say this. I'm one of these people where with the comparisons, it's amazing when you have like a A6100, A5100, A7C, now the ZV-E10. Like the newness is fun. Strict is on here, so you know Strict. The newness is fun, but all of these cameras to me, they do the same freaking thing. And when I go out and shoot a video, nobody really looks at my videos and say, hey, that's a... Now, Mr. Camera Junkie can figure this out. He'll say something like, oh, I see you shot it with the full frame. Doc Rock will probably notice that. A few other, Tom Buck may know that. Most people don't really know. I'm putting up a video I just shot with my GoPro, and it looks great. And I had to ask myself, was that the GoPro or was that something else? I mean, you really have to look at it and see with the lenses. But, yeah, what I do like about this, let me go back to this point. I do like this. Over the grip right here is banging. I do really like the grip because it gives you a little bit more of that A6600 type grip, or like my A6100, I have the wood like grip on here, so you got more camera to hold, and I feel more comfortable, Mr. Camera Junkie. I feel more comfortable pointing this thing around, feeling this extra hook here. Okay. The contour on your hand feels real great. Very nice, sturdy metal here. Maybe some crash protection on the side. Not that we really need it. Nothing else is protected on here, and you only have one hole here. And if you put a quick connector on the bottom, you lose all the holes in the bottom. So they're only for the placement of this. That's it. I think on here, this looks like it comes off, so you probably can put a wood handle on there if you want. And again, you only have this slot over here and that hole. That concludes any and everything about this this wannabe cage. It's really nothing more than an L bracket. Now here's the funny thing. They call it an L bracket, but I realize you can't take and mount the camera like a L, okay? So, Camera Junkie, maybe you can help me out on this. I'm sorry, I disappeared. But they say it's an L bracket, and it is kind of like an L bracket, but it ain't an L bracket. Because if it's an L bracket, then I should be able to mount it on its side, I thought. It don't really seem like an L bracket to me. Maybe I'm missing something because I'm a no pro. Again, I'm a no pro. Like I told Niman today, I'm a no pro. So I'm not going to need this bottom. So that really doesn't do anything for me because I use quick releases, and my upgraded quick release has the Arco on the bottom. So I'm not really doing anything with that, but I like the bulkiness of it. It does feel much better to the grip. Okay. So therein, we do have a grip upgrade. The grip feels great. So that is my quick, it's not even review. I'm just talking about these things. Dan, I'm glad you like my perspective, man. No, seriously. Sony ecosystem is so dope. It's just kind of like, in my experience, I have not found a big distinction when it comes to vlogging, number one, or let me say in-house video. So let's do the joke real quick. Keith Pelzer, Mr. Jokey guy. I'm gonna go to this camera. This right here is an A6600 with a 30 millimeter lens on it. the reason why the 30 millimeter works for me here is because here's my arm reach out here. And if you look over here, this is off of an A5100. There's my reach to the teleprompter that's sitting back here in the cut. That works for when I'm trying to do a side shot like this. Once you set the autofocus, blah, 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 and all that stuff, you have a Sony camera with a Sigma lens. It's an A6100. Everything it can and cannot do that the 6400 can do, it doesn't actually matter if this is the only camera I got. Because if I go from this camera to another camera, you don't say Keith looks worse out of that camera. Keith still looks like Keith because I'm in a Camlink 4, 4K. I'm in the camera. I'm shooting the HDMI out into Ecamm, popping it right to YouTube, and I'm recording and streaming at 4K, and that's the Sony a6100. Now, when the jib is plugged up and it's on, I'm popping out of the a6600. It's not really giving you that much of a different shot. It's not like, oh, it's an a6100 and the shot is so much better. It's not. Here's the kicker. I'll just go straight to this guy. This wonderful piece over here that I really just can't get off my desk. This camera right here is an A5100. Let that sink in for a minute. It's the A5100. I threw the Tamron lens on there, and if I take the kit lens off of here, I promise you won't see a degrade in quality. And so I will prove it right now by taking off this Tamron lens. That's about $800, and I'm gonna put on this cheap lens. And come on, baby. Okay, there's the cheaper lens. Okay, now she's getting herself sized up, and I have the Ulanzi macro lens on there so I can get a wider shot, but this is the kit lens. So let's just say for Dan, I'm going to show my beard. So there's my beard. I'm working on my beard, trying to get it. Look at the clarity in the beard. This is kit lens with the Ulanzi micro wide something on there, and this is on an A5100 camera. I repeat, look, read my lips, A5100. So if you're doing multiple cameras, let that sink in again. Loads the autofocus. Boom. See hand? Come off. Boom. Autofocus. Here we go. I'm going to hide it. Get this hand in front of there. It's got the macro lens on there. But I pull it off. It puts me back into focus. Let's get off the beard and let's put in a full face. How about the microphone? Let's check out the microphone. We zoom in on the microphone. Let's clean him up real quick. This is still an A5100. Let's go over here. This is the A6100. Notice there's not a big difference in my quality and what I'm doing in here. Now, the camera's this up, yes. So that's a room shot. But notice, again, that's a kit lens. It's an A5100. Over here, kit lens, A5100. And right here, this is the beast in the room, and that is my A7C. Yes, it is a full-frame camera. Mr. Camera Junkie knows the difference because he notices something with the pixels or something with the ISO because he's a genius like that. But for the rest of the everyday no pros like me, I don't really notice the difference. And so when I'm really trying to help people, do not blow your wallet on 8 super cameras. It's useless in my opinion, okay? So because I know I'm going out in the field, I take this ZV-E10. I like it. I like the portability of it. My A6100 will work fine. But for the flip out screen, in the words of Doc Rock, it's a newer camera. So we don't really need to compare it to the A6100, 64, or whatever, but it is a new camera. So it's going to have certain things in there that your cameras don't have. And your A64, A61, A66 is probably a beast around the house. It's great. A66, you get a lot of travel with it, a lot of usage for APS-C in your bag. And if you go to a full frame, I like the A7C, but there are many more cameras to choose from. But this is an APS-C contender. Is it an A6600? Absolutely not. But if you're carrying a full frame, you might start leaving the A66 home unless you're Diana Gladney. That makes the difference. Okay, before kombucha is right and before Mr. Camera Junkie is right and this turns into Keith is on here for a long time. That is it. So thank you. Thank you for your comments. Okay, I would call it a base plate with the handle before I would call it an L bracket. Yes, Mr. Camera Junkie, bro, Lewis, you're right. It is nothing more than what do you call it? A base plate with handle. That's exactly what it is. It's a base plate with handle. So that is the conclusion of the Ulanzi L bracket. I don't know why they call it an L bracket. What makes this an L bracket? People, help me out. What in the world makes this an L bracket? Because I am not seeing L out of any kind of bracket. Look at this. There's no L on this. See that? There's no L. It's nothing on this side. It's nothing on this side. You do have the plate on the bottom. You do have a fitting there. But if I want to put it sideways, I'm still confused on what's the difference other than just having it here. Look, let's look at it this way. One last thing before I go. So we were to put this guy in here, and on the Sony Stand, we can just take the Sony Stand, turn it sideways, right? Push the button here and lean the camera on the stand and put it on its side for an L shot. Am I right about it? Let me stand him up a little bit. That's the L shape. I mean, is it me or am I missing something? They missed the boat here. So if I want to turn it sideways or something like that, oh, that's heavy over there. But my other stands, you can put it sideways and take a L shot and, flip the lens over, as such and take the shot. But it's not like it has you can mount it on the L side. So they're missing the boat somewhere. Bro, help me out. I'm a little lost. You said 15 minutes. Okay, just because Kombucha is testing me, I'm going to get off. Semi-pro at the combo, so facts, kombucha. Okay, that was just an extra keyword so that they can pop up in more searches. Absolutely. And so the tripod, yes, DJ, I got you. Tripod is so Elicio and I are going to go live, and anybody who else wants to join me, all right, tonight, because I'm getting off, if you guys don't have my link, I'm gonna get like Elicio to put the link in there. Camera Junkie actually has it. I'll do better. At the combos, I do weddings and graduations, live streams, 3 Canon D Mark 5, but thinking to buy 2 or 3 Sony ZV-E10 to be more portable and minimalist. Just need some zoom lenses. Got you. So the bottom has a Swiss Arcam mount built in. Got you. L brackets had the mount on the bottom and on the side for vertical shots. That's what I thought, Camera Junkie, but that's not it. So 2 things. Let me address, and DJ Strick, I'm coming to you. So Noel, here's my suggestion. If you're doing weddings and stuff, I would jump at A6100s, but they're not dropping the price on them. I'll tell you why. If you are a wedding photographer, but I think you're saying you do mostly live streams, so you get the zoom lenses, that's when I wouldn't go cheap on the A5100s. Now, let me be clear. I do not recommend going A5100s for going outside of your home setup. Get you a great camera, spend the money, do the Doc Rock approach, spend the money, get the camera. If you have that, and if you're cool with your Canons and stuff like that, and you want to jump into the Sony ecosystem, I would definitely go with a ZV-E10, especially if you don't need the viewfinder, the eye finder or something. If you don't need that, fine. I'm getting used to this, but I carry my full frame with me, so I take photos. But if I'm not taking photos, this is fine. I would get a couple of these. At A6100, I don't know. Maybe you got to go on Mr. Camera Junkies live, see some of his videos, find out his arguments on cameras, and figure out your kit from there. But if you have 3 Canons, but you're trying to buy 2 or 3 Sonys, yes, you could get a ZV-E10 and you'd be fine because you can put all the lenses you want on there. The camera is portable, and I do like the fact that you can put the viewfinder out on the side and turn it around, and it is newer. The only drawback that I have with it is the fact that it carries the smaller battery. The battery is a little bit more efficient than my inside of the A50-100 and the A60-100. However, DJ, I didn't forget you. However, I am going to say this. I use the battery plates. So I'm going to take this guy here. Let me pop this over and show you. I'm going to take this small rig base plate, and I'm going to take these big old Dookie batteries that I have right here. Take these big old batteries. So if I'm going out in the field, I'm just taking these. I'm not even using the battery in the camera. I'm just slapping this on here, slap the dummy battery in. And this is why, so this is what I like about this little glorified wannabe L plate. I can put this on here, but then I can't open the darn door. So I can screw this in and have this attached here, but I can't open the door. So the only other option I would have is to put a plate underneath the bottom and connect it over here. So I'm down to, I need the small rig so I can put this battery up top, or I'd have to put it on the tripod. You put this guy in here, and with these 3 light ups here, this baby's going to run practically for 5 hours or more. Okay. It's just going to run. So, that's the only drawback I have, but I do that for both cameras. So even with the FZ100 battery, I still take and use the small rig battery plate, or I'm going to use a V-mount battery. So to what Strick was talking about, this is the Sony Stand. Most people have been up on this forever. And for vlogging, it works wonderful and great. You snap this guy in here. I keep putting that thing down. Okay, unlock. There we go. You just snap this guy in here, and when I'm vlogging, I'm right here. I'm good to go. See that? That's it. You're good to go. You can take and you can turn this around, so it's you and your wife, DJ. Turn around, you point it at her. Boom. So notice the free hand on here. Get back. Come back. Okay, so see that? You can do this here. And then you just take and turn this guy around here at yourself, turn it sideways, whatever you have. And it's lightweight. So I do have the Tamron lens on here, which is very light, but the kit lens is tighter on here. You actually pull in a wider shot. And yeah, so look how close I'm gonna put this here. See this here? I literally have it on top of the camera right here, lens added. So you can check it out and see how close we are right here. Come on, just pull up, get closer. Get over here. Okay, there we go. Notice how close I am to the camera right here. This is a very dope. Here we go. See this? So I'm vlogging. I'm looking at myself. I got this. You get your quick release. You can pop him right off. Take it, turn it around, take a shot. Hey, boom, shoot everybody to family. Take it back in. Here we are. DJ Strick is back out on the beach with the family there in Dubai, and you're shooting at yourself. You have your photo. You have your zoom. All of that stuff on here if you have the right lens. Push the button, start it, stop it. You do have a C1 customized button that you can push right on the mount right here. So here is your button right here on the mount, and you can hit this. You got your photo, take it, your movie, your zoom, and you have a lock on here. So if you're pushing the button, you're jacking up, you have to unlock it in order to make the camera work. And it works Bluetooth. It's flawless. I love it. And I'm going to show you what not to do. Please do not do this. Wait for it. Where's she at? Because I'm getting rid of this, and I wouldn't even give it to my best friend. Seriously. Where you at? Here we are. This was a great idea. Y'all about to make me sit on here for a second. This was a great idea. And here's why buying cheap does not work. If you check out, we go to, boom, wrong camera. Okay. If we go here, this is the JJC. Somebody may tell you to grab this here. It literally does the same thing. Let me pull this camera off so you can see what's going on here. If you look at both of these, they seem pretty much identical. However, the great thing about this is you got the remote comes off. So that's a good thing, right? Because the remote comes off and you can sit there and go, oh, I'm going to go over here, sit the camera on the tripod, I'm going to walk away, and I'm going to hit the button. Well, you can do that on your phone and a good app and all. This is cute, but this thing is very cheap and it sucks. I'll show you what the problem is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be a nice guy, and I'm going to unscrew this, and I'm going to put it on the other stand just so you guys can see, so you don't make the mistake that I did. And herein lies the problem. You paid $100 and some bucks and you get the Sony one and you gravy. But if you sit there and play around and go cheap, you are going to screw yourself. And here's the reason why. Looks like the same thing, right? So let's go over desk. Looks like the same thing, right? I'm going to take and snap this guy in here. And I'm going to close this. And then I'm going to show you what the problem is. Look at it closely and watch what happens. It is flimsy as jacks. Look at that. It's like a bobblehead on this. I am going to do an Amazon review. This is bobblehead city right here. You do not want this JJC. So if you want a tripod and you want to do vlogging with your ZV-E10, do yourself a favor and just buy the Sony. Pony up, pay the money, and get it. Do not do this and make the mistake. This remote looks like a great idea. It does have the tilt and all of that stuff on here. But when I say I do not trust my camera on here and it feels like it's going to break. The plastic is so cheap on here. It feels like I went to Woolworth or something like that, or the dollar store. That's what it is. It's like a $5 store or a 5 and dime or a dollar store version of a good phone case. It's not going to work. So please don't do it, people. Okay. I implore you, do not do that. So I literally just want to throw this thing in the trash. Anybody wants this, you will pay me shipping and handling, and I will gladly send this to you if you just want to experiment and you're not worried about your ZV-E10 shaking. I mean, seriously, look at this. It is literally shaking right in there. So I don't trust that. So here's your Sony. No movement at all. Okay? No movement. So that's the reason why you don't want to go cheap and you don't want to do that. So hopefully I answered every question I could. What are we missing here? Oh, you said I'm on mute. When am I on mute? Sorry, people. DJ Strick, I am sorry. I don't know which scene it was that I was on mute. I will fix it. The other option for me is the Canon M50 number 2 with adapters and use the same Canon lens that I already have. Thank you. Okay. Arca Swiss photo. Okay, photogenic. Okay, AG, if we're being technical. Thank you. The tripod next to you. Got it. Okay, I can see you are, Doc. Okay, he got my Sony for $99 at Best Buy. Are you talking about the tripod, Doc? You got it for $99? JJC can handle about phone weight. Mini, huh? Is the remote any good? Yes. Camera Junkie, the remote and everything works fine. And you got a great idea. Maybe this will work good for a phone, but I'm going to say it again. It is flimsy as all get out. So I just wouldn't trust it. Like, no, seriously, the plastic on here is so bad. The plastic on here is so bad. It literally, look at that. That's too much movement. It's like a loose tooth in your mouth when you're a kid and it's about to come out. And then the pivot on here, so see where it turns at? This right here is unstable. And it feels like cheap plastic. I don't have triggers like Doc. It's like an Alicio, but it's cheap plastic. So it's so much plastic on here. It's just not even worth doing it. Like, I literally want to cuss them out for selling this product. And the reviews, somebody put a review up and they said, I should have paid attention to the reviews. But you get that one person that says, oh, it's the best stand ever, because people just like to be the guy that says cheap, you can buy cheaper, and you cannot do it on everything. So, Doc, you got that tripod for the tripod remote. You got the tripod remote for $99. See this guy? That's why you need Doc favor. But the Sony, people, just get the Sony. Do yourself a favor. Don't go digging and trying to come up and say, oh, I got something that works just as good and it works cheaper. Remember, they covered all the bases. They got the feet that come out. It looks great. And the cute thing is, it got the remote. Ooh, it detaches. That's better. And it's like half the cost of the Sony. Yep. And it's half the quality. Not even half the quality. It sucks. It's cheap. It's plastic. And it sucks. I'm done. I'm done with that. That's it. And you know what this gets? This gets the old get out of here, because it's like this. All right. I am done. So you said, is it an IR or Bluetooth remote? So it is Bluetooth remote. On here, it is Bluetooth remote, Mr. Camera Junkie. So this is Bluetooth. So this is the only thing I salvaged out of it. I can use this and maybe put this on probably one of the cameras or something, one of the other cameras, and use it for that purpose. So this is in the trash. Matter of fact, I am going to throw it. Okay. And then this right here is going to be the remote. So DJ Strick, I got to find out which button I pushed where I was on mute so that I can get it unmuted so I don't jack up. So I'm just going to check. Okay, mute's not on that one. Is the mute on this one? No. Is the mute on this one? No mute. All right. No mute. Let me see. No mute. No mute. You got me with the phobia now. No mute. Okay, no mute there. All right, it's none of those buttons, so I'll find out which button it is on the mute. All right, what kind of tripod did you take the camera off of earlier? You got me thinking. So, strict. The only thing I can think of, I don't have any other tripods in here. It's just the Sony. So, only thing I had earlier was, not unless you're talking about these other ones. Now, I keep telling people, this is one of the most glorious pieces I have in here. This Edelchrome stand setup is the bomb. That's the Stand 1. The legs on there is priceless what you can do with it. It collapses, folds right into your bag. It is great for if you don't need a tall tripod going out. I don't have big needs of tall tripods. I can find a way to put my camera on a wall or somewhere like that. This has grip capabilities. You can sit it on rocks and adjust height. And then this flex tilt head on here, you can pull it up, swivel it. That's what I'm doing on this right here right now. I am doing swivels. So if you see or you notice, I'm really taking that and it's on this base here, and it's like a Z stand, and it's not the cheap versions of it. Again, another thing about buying cheap. If somebody takes the time and makes something in this dope quality and somebody comes up with cheap, they got to cut a corner somewhere. 9 times out of 10, the corner that they're cutting, you're going to suffer with that corner that they cut. So be very careful when you do something and you cut the corners. Just pony up and do it. So it's standing next to you. That's a jib. That's what you're talking about. So that is that's a whole nother problem there. That's a jib. And so let's go here. That is the Edelchrome Jib 1. It's on a tripod with a bowl, a 75 bowl on there, and it's a whole jib rig that I normally use doing products, and it moves around up and down. And the cool thing about it is freelance, so I can just point it anywhere in the room or automate it. But if that's the stand you're talking about, that's the only other stand I have in here. The rest of them, yeah, it's just the Edelchromes. All right. So hope that answers your question, bro. I'll get y'all the link and have it so it's ready so y'all have it. So at B&H in 2 weeks. Yup. Okay. Dang, that's right. They are off for a minute. They're closed for a little while. Okay. All right, Strick. If that answers your question, you got it. And to everybody else on here, God bless y'all. I'm going to pretty much say goodnight. Yeah, I kind of slid into these tripods, which actually suck. Anything outside the Sony one with the remote on there, don't do it. And as Mr. Camera Junkie said, what did you call it, Mr. Camera Junkie? This is technically not an L bracket, so I'm sorry. Again, they lose with this one because this is not an L bracket, and for that, once again, it gets the. It's not an L bracket. There's no L on here. As Music Soul Child would say, what you gonna do when the L is gone? There's no L on here. It's a cute little piece. I'm gonna leave it on there until Small Rig delivers. I like having this here, so I'm gonna move my Peak Design little thing down here. Like I said, it looks cute on here. I can use this right here. Mount something on there. Maybe I'll put the blind spot down there, because I can attach that on there, but I can't open the door if I attach something on here. So it's a whole nother thing. So, but I can put the bracket on there. I have a bracket that'll sit here so that when I put the cord in there, it'll take the tension off of plugging the HDMI cord in. But other than that, I really can't see the use of this R95 to do anything other than just put a piece of metal on your darn camera. Okay, so we wait for the small rig. Okay, good enough. Anybody else? Doc, you saying anything? It's time to go to bed. As my wife and them will say, noche, noche, night, night. Okay, aloha later, Doc. Okay, got you. The jib should be nicknamed Lieutenant Murphy. Hey, check out my YouTube. I'm about to drop right now. It is a gregarious, so I'm actually I'm gonna upload it and play it so you can see the infamous gregarious shot. And so I am done for the night, and I will see y'all all later. Okay? Holla.